What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we gonna be looking at a video from MTR. Shout out to him. Now, I just want to sit here and say this.
Hello?
Oops. Ladies, y'all keep fucking with these dudes, they gonna give you the gift that keeps on giving. You don't believe me? Oh my God. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. She caught the clap.
So on December 20th of 2023, I went into the gynecologist for a routine appointment. She did a pap smear and I was like, well, since I'm here, can you also do blood work and run a full STD panel, including HIV, because some places, I don't know, when you ask for STD testing, they don't test for HIV. And I also said including HSV1. HSV1 is herpes simplex virus 1. It is the oral herpes. And some places won't test for it because a lot of the population actually has oral herpes.
Yeah.
A cold
It's like
sore.
80%.
So a lot of people test positive for it, but then they don't want people to freak out because a lot of people may not ever have a breakout. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what one physician told me. And I was like, I don't know what everybody else do. I would like to know all of it. Anyway, so I asked her for those labs and she asked me, am I asking because I have any concerns or am I asking because, I want to do preventative testing? And I let her know preventative testing. If I am playing adult twister, then I get tested every 6 months. If I'm not playing adult twister, then I get tested once a year. The last time I had been tested was March of 2023. It was now December 2023, so I was like, just include it in there. When I left the OBGYN office, I normally go to Quest Diagnostic, which is to the right. I went there and it was probably like 5:30 and they didn't have any more appointments left because I think they closed at 6 or something like that. So I was like, damn, but there's another urgent care right on the left and they have a lab in there. So I went to that urgent care to get my blood drawn. Okay. This is very important. That was on the 20th. On the 23rd, I got a notification that said my results were ready in the portal. I logged onto the portal. I didn't even go to the STD testing because I look at my blood work first. A doctor once told me that I am mildly anemic. So they asked me to take iron. Anyway, so I checked my blood work first. And then I was checking the STDs one by one. Not detected, not detected, negative, not detected. And then I get to, it said like HSV 1 and 2 antibodies or something like that, or antigens. And then it said like a high level of it. I immediately got on the phone with that doctor's office. She looked it up and she was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to see if the physician can call you back. Yeah. You see what I see. She called me back and she was like, oh, I'm looking at your lab results. She's trying to go over everything else. I'm like, girl, I don't care about none of that. And she was like, oh, I'm looking on here and it says, HSV 1 and 2 positive. She was like, I remember you asked for the test specifically. Like, is there something that you're worried about? There was nothing I was worried about. Actually, I was completely fine until I just logged on here and saw that it was positive. So now I'm freaking out. I am really freaking out. Like, I can feel myself, like,
yeah, I
can feel the anxiety just building. This is the first time I've tested positive for anything, mind you. She was like, yeah, you've never tested positive for anything. Like, I'm gonna just have them run it one more time because we don't know if it's HSV1 or HSV2. HSV1 is oral herpes. HSV2 is genital herpes. She was like, so we're gonna have them rerun the test. This was on the 23rd of December. This was right before Christmas. The whole time during Christmas, I'm like stressed the fuck out. And thank the Lord I was on Christmas break from school because that would have been too much for me to handle. I done cried. I'm like, oh my God, what? Thankfully that I was in school at the time. So like I had learned about this. So I'm like, okay, you know exactly what herpes is, how it works, like what you have to do, like just calm down, you'll be okay. So then I'm like, wait a minute, I got it from somewhere. So I didn't say nothing because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until she run the second test. I finally got the results back on December 28th. I got the portal notification first. So I logged online. I seen that it said HSV1 not detected, HSV2 not detected. As soon as I was getting off of the portal, my phone was ringing and it was the physician telling me like, hey, good news, you actually don't have herpes. And I'm like, okay, well, why did I test positive? She's like, I don't know. So apparently that urgent care runs a different test than Quest Diagnostic does. And for whatever reason, there's some antigen in my blood that will always test positive on that specific test.
Damn.
Now let's fast forward to March 3rd of 2025.
Okay.
Now I'm going to
later.
the primary care physician. When I get a physical, I also tell her about my hip on the right side. Anybody that knows me knows I've been having hip pain for the past 2 years and I cannot figure out why. She's like, okay, we're going to get you some x-rays done. We're going to run labs to make sure it's not cancer. We're going to check for inflammation. We're going to check your blood count. They want to make sure it's not arthritis, osteoporosis, like all kinds of stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, well, since you run in my blood, can you check me for STDs as well? Can you make sure that you include HSV1, HSV2, and HIV? She was like, well, I don't know. They usually don't run HIV. Like, I'm like, no, I want it all. Why would you not do it? I want it all.
I can only imagine that, and I'm not just looking at her tongue ring and coming up to this conclusion, but I can only imagine that the rate that she wants to get tested probably has something to do with the degree of promiscuity within her life. Because getting tested once every couple of months seems to be excessive if you are using protection. But
Ma'am, this is terrible.
not excessive if you're not using protection. Let's proceed.
It's like, okay, do you have any concerns? I said, no, it's just preventative testing. Fun fact, a lot of places or a lot of like clinics, if you tell them it's preventative testing, they will test you for free. If you tell them that I think something's wrong or I've been having this issue, then they will charge you or charge your insurance. But usually, or not usually, a lot of the times, if it's preventative, then they will cover it for free.
Another fun fact, and this probably actually contradicts what I just said, is that herpes, the HSV simplex 2 virus, can be contracted even when there has been protection or a condom used. Yeah.
So ask them. So I'm telling her like, oh yeah, I'm not worried about that for real, girl. Like since the last test I test negative, I've only been with one person 2 times. Like I would know the 2 exact dates. I'm more so concerned about what's going on with my hip. She's like, oh, okay, cool. Turns out every time I say that, I'm wrong. So I went, got my blood drawn. Cool. That was on March 3rd, 2025. So on March 7th, I got an email saying that my lab results have been uploaded into the patient portal. Remind you, this is a new primary care, so I haven't registered for the patient portal yet. So I get on the phone with the doctor's office and I ask them if I can speak with her so that I can get my lab results. And they're like, well, you need an appointment. Our next appointment isn't until Monday. And if it's anything critical, if anything crucial, anything that stands out, she will be checking them later today and she will call you. I said, okay. So on March 10th, I have a 9:45 appointment with a psychiatrist. They want to see if I have ADHD. Turns out they diagnosed me with anxiety and depression, right? Very important to this story. Because I hang up with them. 10 minutes later, I get a call and it's the doctor calling me. And she's like, yeah, so we have some labs come back with abnormal results. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I have bone cancer. That's my immediate thought. And then like, as soon as the thought finishes, she said, yeah, you tested positive for HIV. Huh? You tested positive for HIV. I said, are you sure? Like, can you read me back my name, first and last name and date of birth? Because are you...
She got burned. You nasty bitch. You got burned. Dummy.
Checking the right chart. I have never created a patient portal login type shit so motherfucking fast. Like while we're on the phone with them, I'm on my phone logging into the patient portal. It's on like page 3. I get to HIV, baby. It says repeatedly reactive.
Damn. By the way, shout out to her for having the guts to release this information. It makes me feel like
Repeatedly reactive. Confirmed by duplicate repeat tests and indicates a possible presence of HIV-1 antibodies or HIV-2 antibodies or HIV-1 P24 antigen Testing is required for diagnosis. Therefore, these screening results must be correlated with results of the reflect confirmatory test.
This is an active HIPAA violation, but she released this to TikTok so we can go over it. HIV-1 slap on active anti, and I was never.
I did not have the same reason.
Major.
Emotionally, I did not have the same reaction or as strong as a reaction as I did for the herpes. I was more so just
because
like,
you can't believe it.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it. That was the least of my concerns, like the very fucking least of my concerns. So she's like, yeah, we got to get you to a specialist immediately. Like, we have an appointment tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. Which one do you want? And I'm like, I have work tomorrow. And she's like, listen, the next appointment is not for 2 months, so you need to make this appointment. I get off the phone and I'm just like, all right, well, I have HIV. Like, for some reason, the herpes scared the heck out of me, but with the HIV, I was just kind of like, all right. As long as you're taking your medicine and doing what you're supposed to do, following whatever your treatment plan is, you can have a long, healthy life with HIV. You can have children and literally have a normal life. The worst part of
absolutely the fuck not. Just don't. Just fucking don't. Stay your ass at home. Don't fuck nobody else. Don't nothing. You've done enough fucking. You've done enough fucking for the rest of your damn life. Stay your stupid ass at home and don't do anything, because that is fucking insane. Yo, you could have a long, prosperous life with kids with HIV. Bitch, don't nobody want that. Don't nobody in they damn mind. Nobody want no fucking HIV. 1 or 2 or herpes. Ain't nobody want no damn clap. I'm sorry, denied. That is not big bitch, please. D fucking nied. No, absolutely the fuck not. That's that bullshit right there. No, ma'am. I'm sorry to tell you this, but don't nobody want that. And you on TikTok, man. Stop. Stop fucking these people. Stop. Just stop. Please do. Just stop. Anyways, I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.